Welcome back to the idaho. May the victims rest in peace. Condolence to the families. Bethany Funk is a very important witness, in my opinion, at least for Brian Christopher Kohlberger. He believes that she has exculpatory evidence that is going to exonerate him. I personally believe that Bethany Funk is key of half of this case. I do agree with Brian Christopher Kohlberger that she could have exculpatory evidence because it looks like she's dealing in the house. Her Venmos show that she was selling rugs in the house. That could explain partly why this house was targeted. Let's not forget the prosecutor, William Thompson, said that I don't think the students were the targets, it was the residents that was the target. Was this a burglary gone wrong? I personally believe that the surviving roommates are involved too, somehow or the other. In this picture, she's sitting on Showalter's lap. They know each other. And Showalter and DM have gone to the same high school in Boise, Idaho. Showalter, his family is very influenced in Boise, Idaho. All our surgeons and defense attorneys. And we've heard plenty about his character and sexually harassing women. Trigger warning. This would make more sense if it was an inside job. Bethany Funk and DM know a lot. DM wasn't even sure if she was dreaming. She was hallucinating or if she was in a sane mind, according to Ann Taylor. The forensic team are taking pictures in front of DM's window. What did she witness? Could Brian Christopher Kohlberger be buying rugs from DM? He had a heroin addiction. Although it was a couple of years ago, he could have gone down to something mild, like COCAINE. Why aren't the police investigating Joe Vito, Saeed, the people at the grub truck, the people at the Bandfield, his phone devices? Where are the victims' phone devices? Did the FBI take the surviving roommates' his phone devices? That clearly looks like Xana to me. Although the figures can be blurry, this one is quite clear to see. And this is what Joe Vito is watching. If rugs could have been part of the motive, just like the 4chan and many other things, I believe it was rugs the frats were dealing with, and the sororities. Now this picture is clear to see, crystal clear. Pay attention to the one on the right hand side with the black jacket and the Nike written in black with the grey jumper. Nike is written up in black. He's carrying something definitely in his jacket, and I've showed you all that before. This was all pre-planned. Number 9 goes to Maddie, and Maddie whispers something in his ear. So it wasn't like number 9 shoved something in Maddie's ear, in her mouth. Apologize. It looked like Maddie was shaking it in. It looked like Maddie also saw it. So all these students are doing rugs at the grub truck. And there was talk about steroids on 4chan. The reason they got rid of the house, they demolished the house, was because of all the thousands of DNA, saliva, blood DNA, all kind of DNAs inside the house. They knew there was blood on the railing, but they never said that to Ann Taylor. They just gave her the load, thousands of evidence without explaining the main ones, highlighting the main ones. They went, and I'm sure they went and took out the DNA from MyHeritage, which they're not allowed to, one of those sites. I believe they're going to let the frank hearings go on. Otherwise, it's going to look really unfair. Where was Emily that night? Now it makes so much sense that there were so many people partying in this house, because this was the place where people used to go and buy rugs in the university. People could have been easily fighting for territories to sell their stuff. No wonder Hunter was always at the police complaint, noise complaint stops. Once he was with KAYLEE at the sliding door, and once he opened the front door with the other guy from Sigma Chi. I think the sororities and the frats were dealing rugs here. Do you think somebody tried to rob them? One of the frat boys? Anything is possible. Is that what the university is covering up here? That the students were involved not only in fight clubs, but in rug clubs. And they were doing it on their off-campus houses. It actually makes sense. I'm sure that's what Showalter meant by, you know we're going to get you for that, Maddie. Maybe they want them not to sell rugs in their areas, and the girls still continued. This was all pre-planned, and if you go according to the 4chan, the 4chans mentioned steroids. We can see that BF was selling in 2021, 2022 cocaine in this house. Trigger warning. We've seen them all carrying at the grub truck. The Bandfield boys refused to stop for the police. Put all those things together, and I think we're getting the picture clearly. 4chan had 2 victims on the second floor. That's the couple E and Z. And upstairs they had K and M. Second and third floor. The surviving roommates could have been in it. The Sigma Chi fraternity took their face back and deleted everything. They just left out 2018 and downwards. Everything above 2018 was erased. Isn't that a red flag itself? These people pre-planned it. Jake and Hunter, Maddie's boyfriend, and Hunter were both acting really strange in the memorial. They weren't even looking at the camera. and Hunter looked like he had bruised eyes. What was actually going on? Where was Jack D that night? I think all this was shared under a group chat. Definitely. Wouldn't be surprised if there was cameras inside the girl's house. The house was bugged, both with recording equipments and cameras. At times I wonder, could Brian Koberger have been buying from someone at 1122 Kings Road, like BF, or could he have been part of the cleaning crew? Since his car was seen around those areas, just a question. These people planned that they would do it in 19 minutes, which they did. 3:12, you see the figures running, count them back from 3:12 minus 19 minutes, that's around 2:52, 2:53. That's when the girls made the last call to Jack D. And 2:55, you hear a female yelling, "Stop it, stop." 3:12, you see the figures running. This was all pre-planned. If you read on the left-hand side, on the downstairs where it's written in blue, one person doing the wet work and up to 3 people on the lookout. That was the 4 figures running. Frat beef and jealousy over Xana, perhaps. The one guy, Barry, that's David Barochora, his parents own a professional cleaning service. The poster claims to even know where the KNIFE is hidden. So the Davids on top were definite in it. They had 3 targets, MADDIE, E, and Xana. That's 3. And then Showalter was out for E and KAYLEE, 2nd and 3rd floor. The 4chan, 2 are on the 2nd floor and 1 on the 3rd floor. And I know David Barachia, his sisters are lawyers. Showalters are very influenced. The 4chan made the most sense in this whole story. This whole timeline's everything. We've seen Hoodie Guy everywhere. We've seen Showalter and his 2 friends everywhere that night. I like the fact that a YouTube creator tried to correct me indirectly without saying it, saying that this was a fake picture and it wasn't a correct picture. Then she should have been early into this case. She should have been looking at DM's social media. That's where it came from. These people were really chilling and playing with large weapons. And once you have that behavior playing with it, things can go on the wrong side very quickly. The Davids had a fascination with unalivings. There are those pictures everywhere, especially David B. on his social media. Showalter's not scared of blood, that we know. He's a skilled professional hunter and a wrestler. These are not
in life. You know, whatever you're going through, there's always an outcome. You get through it, right? I don't know, whatever it is. This is something you wake up and you realize it's never going to go away, and it's a very different. 2 a.m. is a dark hour, I can tell you that. 2 a.m. I can tell you that. It's in life, whatever you're going through, there's always like an outcome, like you get through it, right? Like, I don't know, whatever it is. This is something you wake up and you realize it's never going to go away, and it's a very different. 2 a.m. is a dark hour, I can tell you that. We're all 2 a.m. is a dark hour, I can tell you that.
Pay attention to the picture on the right. That is what Jovito is watching on his phone device. I try to filter that out. Somebody's on the floor, clearly. Oh my God. This is what Jovito's watching. Is that Ethan? It does look like. He's wearing a black pant, white shoes. Oh my God. This is sad. You can see it's Jovito watching those pictures. This is what was going on at 2 a.m. And I believe it was the boys in Bandfield that had to do with the demise of the couple, Zan and E. 2 a.m. It's between actually more like 2:10 to 2:30, somewhere between there. That was when he texted his friend last. And he said he was at the Sigma Chi party. Wonder if this is in the kitchen. Whereabouts is this? He's on the floor. Trigger warning, guys. It's up to each and every individual what they see. But that is not something we can dismiss. That is what Saeed is watching. 2 a.m. is when the crowd were yelling, Zana, Zana, Zana. Let's go, Ethan. That's what they said. We have real suspects, real drillers outside carrying at the grub truck. And nobody's saying anything about that. Strange. I hope we get the correct justice for these students. Please like, share and subscribe.